Welcome. Understanding the circle of fifths is actually key to easily identifying key signatures. So how do you write the circle of fifths and get it in less than 1 minute? Well, marvelous music educators, welcome to the Ultimate Music Teachers live show. I'm your host, Glory St. Germain, CEO and author of the Ultimate Music Theory Workbook series. And with me, as always, is the fabulous Joanne Barker, our games designer, creator, and the beacon of all actionable steps and music education strategies. How you doing, Joanne?
I'm great today, Gloria. It's really great to be here. We've got a packed show for you today, filled with insights, action, and a sprinkle of fun.
Yes.
We're going to dive into a topic that's music to our ears, but sometimes a puzzle to our brains: the circle of fifths. Wait, I should have done the drum roll. The circle of fifths.
I was just thinking that, Joanne. You know, the circle of fifths isn't just like this fancy music term. It's the cornerstone of understanding key signatures, major and minor keys, and those tricky little inharmonic keys. But fear not, because we're here to decode it for you and make it as simple as just strumming your favorite tune.
Totally. And we're not just going to tell you about it. We're going to show you how to do it in less than a minute. Some of us do it a little faster than that even, but some of us talk way too fast anyways. But before we reveal the magic, Glory, could you enlighten our music teachers a little bit about this mystical circle of fifths?
Yes, absolutely, Joanne. So the circle of fifths is a fantastic tool that shows the relationship between these keys. So I want to give you a little demo here. So when we're looking at our circle of fifths, and as you said, Joanne, sometimes it can get a little confusing. So here's how it works. The circle of fifths, and we're just doing it today up to 4 sharps and 4 flats. So the number 0 is at the top of our circle of fifths, and it kind of looks like the letter C, right? It's kind of a 0. And when we start on C major, it has no sharps and no flats. And when we go down 3 semitones or half steps, we go from C major 3 semitones or half steps down to A minor. This is called the relative minor. So they have the same key signature. So now we understand the element of major and minor keys. Now we're going to write out our circle of fifths. And we use the sentence, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And the reason we use that sentence is because you can say it backwards or you can say it forwards. So at the top, we've got our battle ends and down, spells bead. So that's the 4 flats, the first 4 flats. And then Father Charles goes down. Those are the first 4 sharps. So starting at 0, we number our circle 1, 2, 3, 4, draw a line down the middle. And then 4, 3, 2, 1. And we always move clockwise when we go around the circle of fifths. So next up, we want to write our circle of fifths. Now we're doing the demo here, and then Joanne is going to jump in and show you how she's going to do it in less than a minute. So we're going to start with the 1 on the sharps, on the flat side, sorry. So it's going to go Father Charles goes down and ends. When you get to the straight line, you repeat the A, first letter of the alphabet, and you start again. And flat, ends flat, battle flat. The first letter of the alphabet is A, so we draw a little line in, and then we use our sentence for the minor keys, right? Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Ran out of letters, we start again. Father sharp, Charles sharp. When you're writing out the circle of fifths like this, it makes it easy for your students to identify D major, 2 sharps, B minor, 2 sharps, right? What about B flat major, 2 flats, G minor, 2 flats. So once we understand how we go from major to minor, then it makes it easy for us to write out the circle of fifths. And when we look at this, I think it's really fascinating is how it also can reveal these keys so easily for students. So I think we are ready. Are you ready, Joanne?
I was born ready.
Okay, so as Joanne is preparing, I'm going to walk you through this. Now, one of the things I wanted to share with you as well is that all of these instructions are inside the Ultimate Music Theory Workbook. So if you don't have your workbook yet, you can check it out in the Prep 1, Prep 2, Beginner, Intermediate, Advanced, and of course the Complete Workbook, which is what I have. So Joanne's ready. She's going to do a little demo, and all the instructions are inside the workbook, but we're going to have some fun. So for those of you watching, make sure that you've grabbed your whiteboards or a piece of paper. and then you're going to write this out. So Joanne, are you ready?
Totally.
Okay, here we go. Start your timers, everyone, or do it as well with us. Okay, here we go. We're going to write out the circle of fifths in less than 1 minute. Joanne, let's start. Draw a circle. At the top left, put the flat sign.
Oopsie, I started with my numbers.
Nope, go back. Put your flat sign at the top left and BEAD. Okay, move across to the right. Put your sharps. Father Charles goes down. All right, now you're going to start at the top with 0. And you're going to number 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a straight line down the middle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to start on the flat side with F. And Father Charles goes down and ends. When we cross the line, repeat the A. And flat, ends flat, battle flat. Now we're going to draw a line from the A, first letter of the alphabet, inside the circle. And we're going to start with F, right? Father, lowercase. F, Father Charles goes down and ends, battle. Then we start again. Father sharp, Charles sharp, and stop. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, one of the key factors is always doing this consistently in the same order. So Joanne, let's see if you got it all right. I think you got 100%. So what we are writing on right now is the Ultimate Music Theory Whiteboards. And the reason we flipped it to the other side is just so that it can be a little bit easier for your students. If you have really young ones, they might need a little bit more space. And if you're teaching online, you might want to use the other side just so it's easier for your students to watch you as well. So that's a lot of fun in learning the circle of fifths. And I think they can do it, right, Joanne?
I know they can do it.
So we're gonna have a little challenge, right?
Oh, okay.
What's going to be our challenge, Joanne?
To be able to write out the circle of fifths in less than a minute.
In less than a minute.
And what I find, if we do, like, my students do like a little chant, and then they just get so used to going, yeah, and it just is automatic. And they understand the relationship of why it's C to G, because, we count up 5. There's some pre-teaching that we do to make sure that they understand it. Oh, it's just so cool when their light bulbs go off. And it's the tool they have for the rest of their lives. Any piece of music they open, they know what key it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're looking for the Ultimate Whiteboards, you can get them at shop.ultimatemusictheory.com. So again, shop.ultimatemusictheory.com. And these aren't just any whiteboards, but they're the canvas for mastering the circle of fifths. Just like Joanne did, you can write on them, you can erase them, you can rewrite the circle of fifths, and it just becomes second nature. Mm-hmm. So it was a great job on the our challenge today. So we want to invite you to join us. It's the challenge. You can do it on a piece of paper if you want to. What are you thinking, Joanne?
I'm thinking that's a great idea. And if you are teaching online, this tool is so useful. Yes, there's whiteboards online. Yes, you can use your pen, you can use your mouse and write. But I find this, like, I have a little 5-year-old student and we're talking about the alphabet, and I'll draw A, B, C, D, E, F, G and rub one off and who's missing. And we go on this side, and because you can hold it up to the camera like that, right? It's light, it's portable. I have a class set at my studio, and several of my students have their own as well. They're just such a valuable tool to have. And it's environmentally friendly, right? It's, for one thing, when they do decay, and mine have never, they will biodegrade. And it's not like reams and reams and reams of paper, right? Yeah. It's a really, really useful, you can use it over and over and over again. And just having them write it, rub it off, write it, rub it off. We have the challenge in class all the time. My record is the whole circle of fifths in 34 seconds.
Stay tuned. That will be another episode, right? And I love how you said that, Joanne, because you're right. I think so many times, well, first of all, when you're writing on a piece of paper and then you make a mistake, you have to get out an eraser, and then sometimes your paper tears, and it's a whole thing. And so when we use the whiteboards, I think it's super easy. And often when I'm teaching concepts such as you said, FACE, GBD and all of that, and using the staff paper here with the treble clef and the bass clef or whatever, and associating it to the keys on the keyboard, the students will end up writing a little happy face or who knows what inside the circle. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to be teaching it. So are you ready? Joanne, maybe we'll have a little contest to see who can write out their circle of fifths in less than 1 minute. And Joanne's holding the record right now. What is your time, Joanne?
For the complete circles of 7 sharps and 7 flats, 34 seconds.
34 seconds.
Did anybody understand a word I was saying when I did it? No. But let me do it really fast first. Put my flat here. battle, ends, and down. Sharps here. Father Charles goes down. Put the 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a line. 4, 3, 2, 1. Father Charles goes down and ends. Cross the line and flat. Ends flat. Battle flat. Underline the A. Father Charles goes down and ends. Battle. Father sharp. Charles sharp. You're welcome.
Oh, give Joanne some love in the chat, you guys.
Students get it. They laugh, they cackle, and then they try to repeat it and do it themselves. So it makes sense. And as long as they understand the relationship, as Gloria was saying, that how you have to establish the relationship between the major and minor. And then what I do is I start out with the top with C, and then we count up on our hand. C, D, E, F, G has 1 sharp. Then we go back to G, and then when you put it on the board, and then you go to C and count down 5 on your left hand. C, B, A, G, F has 1 flat. And you know what they do? They go, wait a minute, I see Father Charles, and they get it, and they tell you, and then you go, oh, and by the way, here's the shortcut to write it out. Yeah, because you want to understand why it works. Yeah. But it works. And I have an adult student right now who's a church musician, and she said she always had a really hard time figuring out key signatures. And I taught her this last week, and she went, oh my goodness. Yeah. It's so much easier, because how many musicians have to open up a piece of music? She gets the music today. She has her online lesson with me today, and I'm helping her simplify and augment her music. And she's got to figure out what key it is today to perform it on Sunday. So it's really an important tool to know how to quickly look at a key signature and go, here's what it is. Yeah. Incredible tool. And Gloria, until I took the certification course with you, I was figuring out letter names and keys in a whole different way that was so much more time consuming. This is not rocket science, but it's pure genius.
Yeah. No, and it's so much fun too, Joanne. So much fun. And for those of you who are going to take the challenge, we can't wait for you to share your video inside our Ultimate Music Teachers Facebook group. And remember, if you're seeking more guidance and support and resources, you can join us inside the Ultimate Music Teachers membership at teachumt.com. It's a place where you can learn, plan, teach, and grow your music teaching business with our complete music theory courses, our community of connections, and of course, our weekly coaching calls. So you don't have to do it alone, right, Joanne?
No, you don't. And inside that membership, there's always an online interactive activity for the Circle of Fifths every month. So you'll be able to access a 7 flats and 7 sharps and a 4. So they're always there for you, and they're laid out in that same way of going around the circles. You just click through it, and there's the activity all laid out for you right there. And if you have any questions about how to do it, there's the coaching calls where you can get those questions answered, just so you're very comfortable. And of course, in the certification course, Gloria explains it very, very thoroughly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the games that you've made. And it is an easy way to teach the Circle of Fifths using the games and also downloading the worksheets. And Joanne's also created the whiteboards there if you wanted to print one off and have a giant one for your own music teaching studio. It's a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Ultimate Music Teachers Live Show. Keep those circles spinning. And remember, music isn't just the notes on the page, but it's the circle of life, connecting us all together. So, till next time, Joanne, I'm sending everybody some love. Teach with passion. Bye now.
Bye-bye.